T3 Media.
Through the media.
Hey guys, today on the rundown we're going to talk about Henry Cavill, the news with him and his future with DC. Also for you WWE fans, I almost said F, Mandy Rose, and the unfortunate news with Chris Paul tonight on the rundown. As we're setting up, and I was on time this time, but there was some difficulties to my right, known as Tabitha, and as usual, so it caused me to be 5 minutes late. So, well, as a segue, hey, welcome back to the show, Tabitha, as we're live on your show, on your TikTok and mine.
Yeah. First of all, I am not to blame for your lateness ever. I have been sitting in my seat.
And also joining us this week is Joy. Hey, babe, how you doing?
I'm good.
See, I've decided to cut you off when the lies start. I didn't say they were your lies.
We're going to take away his power. He's outnumbered here. He doesn't realize it. We are going to take his power away. Exactly. He thinks he's in control. Just wait. Wait.
No, I said when the lies start, but when it's my lies. It's my lies that are starting off. And I got to fix your camera, but I'll do that during the show. But guys, like I said, we're going to start off with the entertainment news portion of the show. You know how it usually goes here, and we appreciate you guys for watching us live, whether you're watching us live on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Hit us up in the comment section, so let us know what you think about the topics that we're talking about. Share your thoughts, your opinions, your comments, concerns. If you're watching us live on TikTok as well, then we'll keep it going. I'll try to keep an eye on that as well. But me and Tabitha here are finally live together on TikTok. So send the questions in there. Send the questions in here on YouTube as well. And let's just keep talking, guys. All right. Let's start off with, what did I say here? With entertainment news. Let me find my true voice. There we go. Is that it? Is that my true voice? You like that? Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys.
Nobody likes it when he does that.
Yeah, you do. All right.
Nobody likes it when he does that.
All right, entertainment news. Oh, guys, but support the channel by hitting the like button, share, comment. Like I said, super chats during the show so we can interrupt our show and read them out loud. But if you don't want to send a super chat, you can also send a question with a tip in a comment on Streamlabs. And it'll look something like this: streamlabs.com/T3media/tips. And you can send those comments there as well if you don't have access on YouTube. And you can also tip on Cash App and Twitch. Now, entertainment news. I was struggling with that because I just realized that I need to plug my phone in because it's about to die real quick. But the first topic of the week on our little scripts.
Hold on, so you know what we're talking about. We have mini scripts.
We got little papers here. We got little show notes here because that's the way I
was like, it's so tiny today.
That's what Joy said. She's like, help me out, baby. Can you help us out with this first topic of the week?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
I'm ready.
Even coming off of what he just said, that was the perfect statement.
The way she said it sounded like, what rap song was that? I'm ready.
I don't know.
Go for it.
Henry Cavill has come out with a statement saying the following: I have just had a meeting with James Gunn and Peter Safran, and it's sad news, everyone. I will, after all, not be returning as Superman. After being told by the studio to announce my return back in October, prior to their hire, this news isn't the easiest, but that's life. The changing of the guard is something that happens, and I respect that. James and Peter have a universe to build. I wish them and all involved with the new universe the best of luck and the happiest of fortunes. For those who have been by my side through the years, we can mourn for a bit, but then we remember Superman is still around. Everything he stands for still exists, and the example he sets for us are still there. My turn to wear the cape has passed, but what Superman stands for never will. It's been a fun ride with you, all onwards and upwards.
what did you think about? You were the first one to share the news with me. Was it while we were at our screening of Avatar? Did you find that out? And now that it's official, no more gaming around with Willie or won't he? I mean, that's those high school games that we're not playing that. We're grown folks now. Now DC has made it official. What do you think about the fact that Henry Cavill's not going to be Superman anymore?
I mean, I think it's disappointing.
Yeah.
He was great at Superman. And, I mean, people were looking forward to that. It was a big thing when he announced it. The first time, everybody was super excited. Yeah, he's coming back. So I think it's a bit disappointing. I mean, I get that they have something in mind that they want to do, but I also feel like if you're trying to build a brand and they haven't done really well, not them personally, but DC itself, a lot of stuff that comes out hasn't done as well as they've wanted to, but we know people want to see, people love him.
Yeah.
So you would think that they would
be
wanting to do what works.
Right. What about you, Taps? I'm gonna take this time to try to go grab my charger while you tell us your thoughts on while your boyfriend Henry's not coming.
I'm pissed. I'm really freaking pissed. Like, the anger is there. It's pretty hardcore. Not only do I not get him with Superman, now I don't get him
with The Witcher. I know.
with The Witcher, and I feel like I'm going to be lacking some Henry in my life, and I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about it at all.
What was you saying? You're thrilled about him being gone? Great.
Well, kick you.
Well, I mean, I didn't watch The Witcher. I know Chris has.
It's so good.
The third season hasn't come out yet, right?
I haven't even finished the second season.
Because I know they said that he's already shot. He's in the third one.
Yeah, he's in the third. He
So
just
you
won't.
will see him
Yes.
again.
I know, but
It's
it's
the one
like I'm
after.
going to binge it, and I'm going to watch it all because I'm not going to be able to help myself. And then I'm not going to have him anymore. And he's just such a sexy beast. And it's a really sad thing.
It is sad.
Well,
I think we all wanted to see him, wear the cape,
I know, right? And like,
wear the big S.
see him in his clean cut look.
You know.
He hasn't been his clean cut look in a while. Unless you watched the Alona Holmes.
Enola Holmes. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Which
I
is
do
really
wanna watch
good.
it.
They're cute movies.
y'all say y'all wanted to see him wear the cape again, and that's what everybody pretends like that they've been saying. But the reality is, it's just like I said last week or the week before, just like Star Wars. When something isn't financially successful or it flops or it's not what people wanted, that whole thing about how Superman doesn't kill, and they were ready to throw Henry Cavill under the bus as if he wrote the movie that way. But then when we didn't have Henry Cavill around anymore, more DCEU movies kept coming out and there was no Superman. Why couldn't Superman show up at this? Why couldn't Superman show up? You kept hearing that over and over and over again. It's like you didn't appreciate him when he killed Zod. Then you're like, all right, well, I'm good. I'm not coming back for a long time. It's like, now what I say last week, where's Henry? I don't like that. Oh. But, and now that he's gone, it's like, oh, he's the greatest Superman of all time. You freaking, it's the same
I don't
crap
even.
with
No. What you're not understanding is that it's not that he was the greatest Superman of all time. It's that Henry is the greatest of all time. And we just want to see him. We don't care how we see him. We just want to see him.
We don't care how we see him. We just want to see him.
Let's hope somebody out there
I
has
know,
some good stuff coming up for him.
I need something. And now I have nothing is the problem.
I think that is incorrect.
No, I know I'm right about this one. I know I'm right about it.
It's the whole thing with Ben Affleck when he was first cast as Batman. The same thing. He was like, "We're gonna the guy from Geely, the guy dating Jennifer Lopez. He sucks." And then when he kicked ass in that one warehouse scene, and then he left and didn't come back. The fans don't appreciate him until they're gone. Until it's time to recast. And it's like, it's just like SNL. The current SNL casts are always the worst until the next generation steps in.
I agree with you on that. And I don't think your argument for Ben Affleck really stands just because I wasn't a huge fan of him.
Well, I've also read that James Gunn and Peter Safran want Ben to direct for them.
And I think that's going to be. I think that's because his script that he was writing for his Batman, his 3 Batman movies, and those art projects that were released for pre-production and stuff. It's still out there. They've already paid for it. They could bring it in, and then if they brought it in to the current Batman movie, the Matt Reeves The Batman, and if Batman 2 or Batman 3, maybe The Batman 3 directed by Ben Affleck, that might be a way to get it. Hell, we got Ben Affleck involved. They wanted him to direct something anyway. I mean, Ben Affleck is winning Oscars for the movies that Argo, like the movie Argo that he wrote and stuff, and this was all for Warner Brothers. So it makes sense. If we can't get him as Batman, then if he's directing a Batman movie with that same script that he wrote, that people who have read it said this is one of the greatest scripts for Batman that we've read so far, and Ben Affleck did a good job in this script, and he's obviously a great director. He's an Oscar-winning director. Then that may be the best way of having it. He's still involved. But then
we could put
current
Henry.
Batman, what's his
We could
name
put
again?
Henry in the role. Everything would be great.
But what's the current Batman's name again from Twilight? What's his name again?
Rob Pattinson.
Rob Pattinson. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's a way to have your cake and eat it too. You got Rob Pattinson still as
I
Batman.
still would rather have.
You got an Oscar.
I like Rob Pattinson. Don't get me
director,
wrong. Sparkle, sparkle, vampires, blah blah.
Which is something that also people said against him when he was first announced
Absolutely,
as being
they
cast.
did.
What is it
Absolutely.
that John Campbell always says on his channel? Twilight boy, he's gonna be our new Batman. The same shit. And Ben Affleck talked to him about it. You're the same shit that they gave me when I was announced.
Yeah.
They're going to mess with you too because they won't get it until they see it.
Yeah.
Everybody has this script written in their own brain. And because your imagination, whatever you imagine a Superman or a Batman movie is going to be in your own imagination, whatever you see on the screen, if it doesn't fit what you imagine,
true.
then you start shitting on it. No, I wanted to see this and that and the other. Like that was your damn dream. This is my dream. Can I have my dream?
I still think we
What
should
we
put
do need
Henry.
to know is Kim feels that Tab would like to see Henry Cavill's feet.
Mm-hmm.
So can we get that in a movie somewhere?
I actually am not opposed to this, and
I
that
am
is not funny.
I mean, great.
we get
And
some
what you
Henry
guys are wondering what
Cavill
we're
feet?
talking about. We have a special guest here in the studio. Our sponsor, Kim. I don't know if she wants me to put her on camera, so I won't put her on blast like that.
She goes,
But if you want to come behind the camera back here, it's fine.
So if
Sponsor Kim.
anybody out there has pictures of Henry Cavill's feet,
Not
send them our
random
way.
feet photos, please God, not random.
I can
feet
take my
photos.
shoes off again.
No.
You
I
don't want?
know,
Oh
no.
damn! I forgot to put the soundboard up for the feet that.
Stop.
I'm gonna make that a sound too. When you're not in studio, whenever I do stuff, I'm gonna hit the button and goes stop.
I also thought about you the other day because
Why are you? Why is my wife thinking about you?
I mean-
the Black Panther,
I mean,
The black what?
the new one that came
that's
out,
what I call it too.
the
Mine or black ones in general? That's what she said. That's what I call them too. Mine or no? No, the floor is yours.
the
No, wait. Pause that for a second, babe. And the ones in general? Answer the question.
I don't.
I want the
know
truth.
If I can do that.
All right. Okay, babe. What were you gonna say? What was I saying about a fashion show?
The villain in the newest movie, well, he's kind of a little bit of everything. The water,
Okay.
that he's been dubbed on TikTok as Agua Poppy. which
Oh,
is
God.
there. So
The water
Oh
daddy.
God, it's
Water
spreading.
daddy.
The water
It's
daddy.
spreading.
that's what they've all dubbed him, as the Agua Poppy.
Oh my God.
And I say every time I say daddy now, but when I can't do it the way she did it, but on Schitt's Creek, that TV show,
Oh, yeah.
the way the sister goes,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
I feel like I
Yes.
feel like hearing that sound in my head every time I end something with daddy. Feet daddy.
Alexis, that's her name.
Yes, yeah, but I feel like it was
You can only do that, Alexis one, if you have her song playing in the background.
which song? I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about
He
that.
doesn't know about Alexis' song from Schitt's Creek.
All right, we'll get off topic here though.
Sorry, so off
sorry.
topic.
So more on. So anything else you feel about Superman and the recast of it? Why is Spider-Man? What's his name? The current Spider-Man's name being floated around. I know they said they wanted to make Superman young again, but
I think they're trying to create some longevity for.
he doesn't need to be introduced whenever any movie gets rebooted.
I know, that's true. That's true.
He can't be Spider-Man and Superman.
It's true.
And he's too short to be Superman.
Is he? I mean, I feel like they could probably make
Tom
it work.
Tom
Harding,
Hardy, yeah.
whatever his last name is, but I know who you're talking
Well, I
about.
mean, Tom Cruise.
I mean, he's pulling Zendaya. Let the man.
Tom Cruise wore platform shoes, so I mean,
There you go.
For
There-
Reacher. You know what was a reach on that movie? His height. Because now that I'm started to watch the Reacher TV show that's on Amazon, and he's height accurate. I'm like, what the hell were y'all thinking making Tom Cruise Reacher? Everything else about the character that he played, Tom Cruise playing Reacher, was perfect. The mannerisms and the intelligence and all
Yeah.
that, Tom Cruise can pull it off. He just can't pull off 6 feet. Lifts. They're called lifts. They're not called miracle shoes. Anywho.
He's hating. He's hating
And
today.
this is hate coming from another guy that's also 5'6", 5'6" and a half.
That means I'm taller than him.
Then
Yeah.
I will not be disrespected like this.
Well,
When I say this is my show, but it's your episode.
Yeah.
I love Tom Harding, but he does not have the Superman.
I don't
look.
think he's Superman by any means as
No,
well.
no.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
No, he's
but
Spider-Man.
I mean, he definitely he's pulling Zendaya, so I kind of feel like I have
that makes
to give,
him. That makes him Superman.
I feel like I kind of have to give it to him. I just
That's what Zendaya said.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did.
She's like, hey,
Yeah, she
you know,
did.
just don't get those webs in my eyes. All right, guys, let us know what you guys think about the news about Superman being recast. James Gunn also had a meeting with Ben Affleck as well, so that was also put in the in his tweet. Before I move on, let me pull up his tweet real fast if I can find Let me get my bearings here. Let me see if I can find it. Uh-oh. You guys going behind the scenes here. Let me
What
see
are
if
you
it pulls
finding?
up. Let me do this. James Gunn's tweets.
Oh.
I'm holding his phone with one hand and doing this. So I'm seeing if I can pull this up.
The multitasking skills he's pulling right now.
Oh, yeah. If I can pull up James Gunn's tweets. He talked about having a meeting with Ben Affleck, as well as he just said some news. I might have to do a new segment called James Gunn's tweets, because that dude, James Gunn, is all over it. Let's see. Met with Ben Affleck. Here it is. Met with Ben Affleck yesterday precisely because he wants to direct, and we want him to direct. We just have to find the right project. So it's not a guarantee that it would be Batman. It could be anything, but I would prefer it to be Batman, because he knows the character. Say what you want to say about even if you don't like Ben Affleck, or even if you don't like his portrayal as Ben Affleck, it was known before he was announced as and cast as Batman that he knows the Batman character. That's why his Batman worked for a lot of people who love Batman character so much, because Ben Affleck knows and understands the Batman character. He said, because he's a director too, but he didn't interfere with Snyder's directing job.
Are you in love with Ben Affleck?
No, I respect him,
No.
but he understood
I feel like he does
that,
love him though.
and Ben Affleck's Batman was the first to show this on screen, that Batman isn't this just the guy who, when he's wearing the mask, even when he's not wearing the mask, there is no Bruce Wayne. It's always Batman. And Ben Affleck's Batman was the first Batman that showed that on screen. It's just a little Batman fanboy stuff that us.
Yeah, it's definitely fanboy. It's definitely
Nixon,
fanboy.
I would love to see Cavill in Tits and Dragons, because
Yes.
we might get to
Yes.
see some skin, some
Yes.
feet. We might see a lot of.
Yes. I am 100% on
I'm-
bood with this.
What are we talking about here? All right, now we can move on to the next topic of the week. But guys, let us know what you guys think about that, and if you want to talk a little bit more about it, just put in your thoughts in the comments below. So let's move on to the next topic of the week. You want me to handle this one, babe, since I'm the only true wrestling fan here. This comes in from Yahoo News. Let me see if I can. Yeah, she's like, Yahoo is still a thing. Oh wait, no, we can't move on yet. There is something else that I forgot to pull up. Nixon was about to get so mad at me. Navigator, sorry about this, Navigator. Before we move on to the WWE news, there's one last talking point that we were supposed to talk about. Let me pull up our special guest, Nixon. And because I reached out to a couple people online, I said, if you want to record a video and send it and submit it in for one of the topics that we're talking about, share it and we'll talk about it. And Nixon brought up something else that we haven't yet to talk about yet. So here it is.
So with the shocking announcement that Henry Cavill won't be returning as Superman, it's bad enough he won't be in the next season of The Watcher. Fingers crossed that he definitely will be in the next season of House of the Dragon. If not the ideal Aegon the Conqueror, some people say that he could possibly be cast as Kragon Stark. I'm Team Targaryen, obviously, but hey, I can totally see him as a Stark too, so just give us some Cavill. Come on, people. I know one of our hosts will be devastated that there's definitely no Cavill in DC, so that's a bummer. So let's get some Cavill in Hot D, even if we have to wait till 2024. So with the shocking.
What do you think about that? Let me see if I can pause that there. So what do you think about that? Henry Cavill joining Hot D.
I'm so for it.
Yeah. Let's do it.
That show's dirty, so let's make it happen.
So with the Hot D, now you feeling it now with the Hot D is in there.
Do it.
It's just like when the man who played in Breaking Bad, the star of Breaking Bad, when he was people wanted to fan cast him as Lex Luthor just because they recently seen him play a bald character.
Oh yeah.
You recently just saw Henry Cavill with the same color hair, so now you're just plucking him out of The Witcher and putting him into Hot D.
Not about that. No, that's not what's happening.
But here's the thing. I'm not saying that to poo-poo on the idea. The idea is still fucking awesome.
It would be great, not only because that's just he doesn't have to worry about looking good with the white hair, but we already know what he looks like halfway naked, and it's not a bad shot. So it's only good.
It's
stuff.
no holds barred on Hot D, so
Yeah.
he doesn't have to be Clark Kent with the Man of Steel.
I know. He gets to be dirty.
He gets to bring that steel to the Hot D.
Yes, he does. His own kind.
Oh God. So I guess we're all in agreement that we wouldn't mind seeing Henry Cavill bring the hot steel D to,
Yes, make it happen.
to House of Dragon.
We're all for it.
All right.
Let's do it. Do it.
Let's move on. Thank you, Navigator Nixon, for submitting that in. And if you guys out there, if you want to submit a video just like that on any of the topics, hit me up on social media or tag us on TikTok or Instagram or wherever you record it on. If you don't want to email it to me, you can do it that way and just tag it. And we'll maybe if it's picked, we'll put it on the show. So thanks once again, Navigator, for being the prototype for the first time we've ever done that on the show. Let's hope we can get some more. Now we can move on to the next topic of the week. And while I fix something else, baby, can you mind reading it again?
So, news from WWE. Mandy Rose has been released by the WWE due to risque FanTime content. According to Fightful's Sean Ross Sapp via Fightful Select, former WWE NXT Women's Champion Mandy Rose was released by the company today due to the content she has posted on her FanTime page. WWE officials felt they were put in a tough position, but hasn't made any official announcement regarding this release. And Rose is still currently listed on WWE's active roster page on its official website.
I think this is interesting news for two reasons. One, I've never heard of FanTime. but I looked it up. I tried to find whatever the heck they were talking about. And only things that I could find was something that the stuff that was less risque than what they make their divas do anyway. And I'll get into that a little bit later. But for whatever it was, I don't know if there was the actual nipple that was shown on whatever on her FanTime site.
Lord, was it a
not.
nipple?
But if it was just her just being unclothed or barely clothed or some side boob or whatever like that, the WWE has done that a lot with a lot of their female wrestlers. And so at first when I saw this news, I thought this was just a gimmick. This was just the excuse for her to finally lose her belt because the where she started off in the main roster of WWE, then they brought her down to back to the developmental stage, which is called the NXT show, and she dominated that and she's the champion. I thought now it's okay. Now that she's dominated that for a couple of years, now it's time to bring her back to the main show, and I thought that's what this was. But now it's looking like no, this is real, and this is another firing that doesn't seem justified, and the reason that they're given doesn't make any damn sense. Oh, she violated our.
It sounds like she stood up to somebody who had their panties in a wad. And maybe their ego bruised, and this was their retaliation and how they took care of it. That's what
before.
This is
it's
what it
happened
feels
before
like to me.
the WWE. But for whatever reason that Mandy Rose, I mean, she
You may have not. Nixon says that FanTime is a subscription service. And
yeah,
it is very
so
similar
just
to
like
OnlyFans.
OF, just like OF.
So you may not have been able to see
He's like, no, I paid for it.
the bad, the bad stuff that they are referring to because you're not a subscribing member. Or she pulled it down
I paid
hastily
my
after
I
she
paid
got
my
in trouble.
$9.99 and I didn't, and I still did not see what they gather around the FaceTime children. Let's look at these boobies. I still didn't see anything that made any sense for a firing. Like I said, unless it was like I mean, I don't know. I don't care. But either way it goes, here's something.
But like with most jobs, a lot of places have like social media contract. I mean, like just regular jobs that will let you know. It doesn't really matter what you're putting. We don't want it out there. Period. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to assume that
And this is why I'm my own boss. I can't.
that it may not have been anything bad, but if she was making other money, they might have been like, yeah,
Yeah.
you're not allowed to do that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have our permission. You didn't ask us. We don't get a cut of any of that. So
Yeah, it's
therefore,
all about money.
And
So
that's what it's really
therefore,
about. The fact that they're
all
not
about
getting
money.
a cut from it, so they're hitting her about it. So no, that's what it's really about. That's what it's really about. The fact that they're not getting a cut out of it, because, and I'm pulling up a website right now. Let me see if it works here on this screen. No, I'm sorry, it's gonna blank it out. Let me pull it up here.
just trying to pull up some OnlyFans content.
We're about to see his account.
There we go. Password WWE P and the G. So one person on here said that this doesn't make any sense because there have been WWE divas who have posed for Playboy.
I know.
And I can vouch for that. I used to own.
I can vouch for that.
I used to
is what
own.
we
There
just
were
heard.
there were two divas that posed for Playboy at the same time. They were all over each other, and I owned those because I thought they were limited editions, and I kept them for years. I lost them during my divorce.
I owned those.
Not that when I say I lost them in the divorce, I don't mean that my ex-wife got rid of them. I mean that during that time I don't know why they got they moved and they got lost in the trash. So maybe she did throw them away. I don't know. She never liked them, and I stood my ground and I was like, I'm not giving up these boobs. So the website Game 7 talks about Mandy Rose has been one of the WWE's biggest and most notable stars for a long time. Unfortunately, her run with the organization came to an end this week. The cause, her provocative content that she opted to share with fans. Sean Rose Saps broke the news on Wednesday. Let's see. Sean Rose said on Twitter, Fightful Select has learned that Mandy Rose has been released from the WWE. WWE officials felt that they were put in a tough position. You heard that a couple of times. Based on the content she was posting on her FanTime page. They felt like it was outside of the parameters of the WWE deal.
Hold on.
Parameters.
Hold on. So I don't know who this person is, but the Y2 Gems, the last time they had anyone pose for Playboy was almost 15 years ago. Things have changed since then. Yeah, we've become more progressive
No, but
and
have
accepting of the fact of these
But
things are real.
I
Have
think
breasts
they mean
changed?
that in the WWE, a lot of like the ladies back then were more of they weren't
They
weren't
weren't
the
superstars
big-
like the way the men are today.
they
That-
weren't the big winners of things. They were just a show, just a picture, just a
Yeah.
a-
They did bikini contests a lot
Yeah.
back in the day
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. But then a couple of years ago, there was what they called a women's revolution in the WWE. And now WWE women wrestlers have gained a new respect. And I can vouch for this. Back when I used to attend live events and watching it live on TV, back in the day, whenever women wrestlers got in the ring, men and women
I'm
in
sorry.
the audience would get up and go, "This is time to take a bathroom break."
Here's the deal.
Now
No.
they're the main event.
This is hypocritical in its definition. They are allowing women, they made money off all these women who didn't have a choice in the matter and had to dress scandalous and had all big boobies out, wrestling with all this crap.
To
And
be
now,
fair,
No,
men
no,
are
no.
only wearing underwear.
True, but they sexualized women substantially. And now
Yes.
that a woman is choosing, she is choosing her
Oh,
own
I didn't say it was
sexuality.
right. I didn't say it was
yeah.
right. I'm just
she
saying
is
that's
choosing
what
it. She's
they're-
going, this is
You're
my
right.
sexuality. This is me choosing to do this. And it's not some man telling her she has to do it. It's now an effing problem. No freaking thank
This
you.
is mob mentality.
You didn't give me a cut. You didn't give daddy his
No,
cut.
that's some effing bullshit. And I'm not down with that crap. It's hypocritical. And just because she's choosing to be sexual with her own freaking body, it's now wrong. But when men were choosing it for her, it was supposedly okay.
Yeah.
And they made money on
We
it.
can put you
No,
on Playboy if you
my
go through the
feminism's
prop.
coming out right now,
If
y'all.
you go through the proper channels, but if you don't go through the proper channels, and we see you on the OF or the FT sites, and then it's like, well, you know what? This is a family show.
No, I'm still just getting
I
angry.
also see Y2 Germ says they also most of them have contracts with Mattel, which produces kids toys.
Barbie, which is the biggest breasted
Well,
doll
no,
out there in
but-
the
Yeah.
world.
I'm
Yeah.
sure
Not
their
progressive.
contract- their
What you got
contract
now?
says, like,
Wait, Mattel? Yeah.
we don't want our name associated.
And I guess this
OnlyFans
is I guess
type.
this is the FaceTime image that we have on the screen, because this person blocked out her chest area, so she's in the pool, and I guess maybe you could see the nipple and stuff. Now,
So freaking what?
but
Guess what it does?
yeah.
It feeds babies. Guess what else it does? The only person
You're-
that's sexualizing it is the person looking at it. If you see the nipple and all you think is,
You're
that
not-
feeds a
yeah,
baby.
but you're-
Or do you see a nipple and go, I'd like to be on that.
But the men in
That's
the world
you.
that have sexualized the female nipple, you're not going to change their mind within right
Well,
now.
I mean, we already have enough issues. With
But a lot of
that
progress
where
has been made.
Nobody says a word when a girl runs around in a bikini all day.
Oh, God, it
But
just
as soon as
Except
fucking makes
except
me
male
angry.
Karens.
As soon
I've
as
seen
they-
TikTok videos where guys.
no, but as soon as a woman puts a baby on a boob, they're all like, "Ma'am, that's really
Oh, I know.
that's really gross.
Yeah.
My children are watching. It's really indecent." Like, you weren't bothered when that girl walked
Yep.
over there half naked,
Yep.
but you're bothered by the baby eating.
Y'all got to stop me.
That was
I'm
different.
getting on my feminism box. Y'all don't
that
want
was
this.
different.
Y'all don't want
That's
this.
always the BS excuse that people always say.
Yeah.
You weren't bothered by that 19-year-old wearing that bikini, but when a mother feeds her child, you have now all of a sudden you want to call the
Yeah.
cop. That was different, Tabitha. like I don't mind it when you wear a bikini, but I don't like her wearing a bikini because yours are smaller. Or something, whatever stupid that the stupid thing that pervert wants to put on another pervert. That was different. When the cops show up, that's always the BS excuse they always say. How come that guy?
I can't.
How come that guy can do it, but this other person can't do it? That was different.
Can't with you.
What do you guys think about this whole nonsensical mess that that's the
Icons.
that's the wrong
Yeah.
image. That's that this whole thing that's going on with Mandy Rose, and not only that, like I said, when she was brought down to the developmental stage that she was at, and she dominated it because she wasn't doing as great in the main show, but then they brought her down. Instead of firing her, they brought her down to the developmental stage again. She dominated that. As champion, she was on a path to being the longest female champion on that show in history, and before she hit that record, I think if I'm right about this, Y2 Germ, correct me if I'm wrong. They fired her before she hit that record, and which shocked everybody. But so which was like, okay, so this must be real because she was about to beat that record as champion on that show, and they fired her before she got to it. So I was telling Joy earlier today that ever since social media with wrestling, back in the day, wrestling fans they didn't like to be told that wrestling is fake. Then wrestling fans didn't like to be talked to like they were stupid. So the whole "is it fake, is it not fake" thing, they stopped arguing that. They acknowledge that it is fake. And with social media, there's no going back. Now fans they know it's fake and they want to see what you're doing in real life. So it's like, if WWE wants to fix this PR problem, they can ride that line again. Yes, we fired her in real life because she did this and that and the other, but this still makes a great story. So if we bring her back, we can then now that we screwed her over in the developmental stage, now we can bring her back to the main roster and she can have this real chip on her shoulder.
If this is a fucking storyline, I'm going to be pissed.
I don't think it's a storyline, but it can be if they want to fix this. They can now make it a storyline because the line between fake and real has now been shattered.
Chris really loves WWE.
I know. It's like a freaking soap opera. It's too much drama.
It's the men's soap opera.
It's too much drama. My head hurts.
But female wrestling fans are it's just like comic books. Back in the day, people thought that comic books were all just for boys. Comic book readers are 50% men and 50% women. And video
comics.
games.
We watch
and the
Sex
same
Life
thing with
of
wrestling.
the college girls that
Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Wait,
I know. All
I'm
I
not
heard
going to
was
jail.
college
Wait,
girls.
what?
What was he watching?
All I heard was college girls. Say that again.
that comedy we watch on HBO.
Oh, the HBO show called "The Sex Lives of College Girls."
It's a
I watch
comedy.
it for the articles.
I don't really even know why they call it that because
it makes me feel like a pervert for watching it because my daughter is currently in college right now.
It's just it's a comedy about.
And I don't want to think about that whenever Natalie's at school. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? I just saw HBO Max. What are you doing?
One of the character is a guy, and the girl that they're kind of dating now.
He's banging.
He likes WWE, and she's like, they kind of decided she was on a thing where she felt like they all had to like the same things, and then he was like, we don't have to like the same things. And she goes, good, because I don't really want to watch I don't like the wrestling stuff. The storylines are really lame. And he goes...
And she says, it's fake. And he's like, no, that's real.
Excuse me, that is real. And she just looks at him and goes...
And he goes,
I'm kidding.
I'm just kidding. I'm not an idiot. I'm not an idiot. Like.
But he said it's so serious. He was like,
she was like, shit.
No, but what he said before that made a lot of sense because he said that... what he said before that made a lot of sense because he said that she wanted to break up with him because we don't have a lot of things in common. And he says, do you have a lot of things in common with your female friends and your roommates and stuff? Like no. So why, if it can work with them, what's the difference? Why would you don't have a lot in common with your female friends? So why would you need to have a lot in common with me?
I have a lot in common with my female friends. What the fuck is he talking about?
I'm paraphrasing it. I'm not saying it as
I think
eloquent
because
that he said it.
They didn't pick their roommates. You just get thrown
Roommates
together.
I can see, yes.
And they've all become very good friends, but they're all very.
And they didn't have anything in common, but then they worked it out, and now their relationship is great.
Okay.
He was making the same exact point. We met. We don't have a lot in common, but that doesn't mean that this needs to end because of that. Opposites do attract. Is basically.
Well, they've been getting along. She was just getting paranoid, like we're like super different people. Like
but
I think we need to break up because we're like, why are we even?
We don't have anything
dating?
in common, but what
and
that dick do?
He is
because
known-
her
he is
roommates
known
were
for that on the
hearing
show.
through the wall.
Oh.
Oh.
Got you.
And they were
Got
like,
you.
Like
we're
they
all
got a
gonna-
lot in common.
They're like, we're gonna
Yeah.
rip our ears off because I can't listen to this
Didn't I say that
anymore.
didn't I say that to you when we were watching that episode when she's like, we don't have anything in common? Yeah, you do. You got that one thing in common. His
Yeah. Yeah.
What? Let us know what you guys think about things that you have in common with Mandy Rose, and if her firing was fair. I hope even if it is real, they can spin this and then bring her back after the fact. Let's move on to the next topic we're going to our reviews portion of the show. So for reviews, and this is what I like to remind you guys, before we go into the reviews, guys, you guys might want to find us on social media. You can find us on Linktree, right, producer Kim? You can find us on Linktree as well. And on our Linktree, there's YouTube, there's our tip jar, there's our Amazon wish list, there's TikTok, Instagram, all the good stuff, and our podcast. You can also, every time we do an episode of The Rundown has our podcast on Spotify, Apple, on Amazon, Audible, and all kinds of stuff. So you can get our reviews. You can get our live Rundown show. The Rundown podcast is up there as well. So if you want to find us on social media and all those other things, you can find us on Linktree. The Rundown is brought to you unofficially by Linktree. Linktree. Get on the branch and hang out. You like that?
I can't take you seriously.
Yeah,
You're
you
too
can.
much. You're too much.
That's what Joy said.
Oh God. I'm a vomit. Heterosex. Whoa.
That's why I texted her earlier before she came down. I said it's getting very don't show up before 6 o'clock. It's getting very
He did
very
text me
hetero
this.
over here. But
He did.
I didn't tell Joy that I said that. To
Yeah,
you.
she's like,
She's like,
he goes, it's getting very hetero over here. I was
it's
like,
not like I
"What?"
put my phone up and recorded it and sent it to her. Am I allowed to do that?
No, you're not.
Does
Please
not wanna
don't.
see that.
I don't want to see
I think the
heterosex.
world should see that.
I don't.
No one
I
wants to
don't.
see that.
Like, just like Busy Bone said, we're losing this world we love, and it feels like the sinning won't end.
Oh God.
But I'm reaching
I think she'd
high
rather
up
see
above.
your feet than that, okay?
Lord, let your blessings begin, and let's change the world.
No.
Let's change the world.
Stop.
Let's change. Okay. Now, what do we? I have another reaction for you.
Oh God.
Oh
God. What are you
it's
gonna
not.
make?
It's not on your show
It's
notes.
not on my list. He did not. It's not here. It's not on the paper.
I'm a messy little bitch.
He is. Oh, y'all don't understand what I deal with.
Let me switch to
Lord. Oh
Let
Lord.
me get rid of this. Oh, I'm glad that the alcohol hasn't kicked in. I didn't forget to do this, so we won't miss a beat.
It's not another scary one, is it?
It
I don't know what
is-
this is either. 'cause
It
I
is
didn't-
a short film called The Unlocking.
Scary one. Something about open a freaking
Did
door
I
so
say that?
pop out and get me.
Did I say it was scary? You are so damn paranoid.
I am. I don't trust you anymore.
I was born in the darkness. I didn't see the sun until I was an older man, and by then it was nothing to me but merely blinding.
Did she talk about Milk Daddy for a long time?
The Milk Daddy? What? Who said that?
Kim.
The Milk Daddy.
Not happy about this. Not happy about this
Nixon's
at all.
also going to send you a therapy bill
Kim,
Yeah.
you've got a friend in me.
for the rundown after dark.
Today was my
Coming up.
first time meeting our producer, Kim, in person for the first time, and I got to say, I am impressed. All right. If you like it, I love it. That's our new catchphrase for Tabitha. If you like it, I love it.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Okay.
I wish I had that soundboard up. Stop.
I know.
Stop.
She just stop.
Whenever Tabitha's not here, I'll just push her forward. Stop. You want to see my feet? Stop.
Stop.
There we go.
Don't do it.
Don't you do it. Hey, that's what I say when I'm on the road. When a person tries to cut me off on the road. Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
I say, hey.
I do it. I go, don't do it. Don't be
Don't-
smarter than this. Don't do it.
Don't-
I yell at people in my own
I say it in
vehicle.
that stupid voice. Don't do it.
I'm usually just screaming at people as if they could hear me, and they can't hear me. So it's a problem.
Hitting the glass.
There's a TikTok video of a girl with one of those microphones that it's like will sink into your speakers,
Oh yeah.
and I want one of those.
Yeah.
She was behind somebody going really slow,
Oh nice. Nice.
and so she was in the microphone.
Oh,
Going 35 miles an hour.
Those
and
people used
like
to,
a 55,
to
and she's like,
terrorize Trump rallies all
Yes.
the time.
Yes.
she's like, put your foot on the gas and go.
Yes. I need this so bad in my life.
I was like, yes, I want this.
So bad I need this in my life.
Oh, that's too funny. All right. So we have a reaction that we're going to do for a short film called The Unlocking.
All he wants are videos of me making stupid faces and doing stupid things so that he can spread it all over the internet. That's the whole purpose of this. See?
That topic could have been in so many things. So many things. But revenge porn is now illegal in America. There is a crime now against that. Revenge porn. All right.
Oh,
that's
my
not
goodness.
what this is. This is something else. All right, guys. Let's watch The Unlocking. Let's do a
Oh, my
reaction to it.
goodness.
And you know the rules, guys. I think I set up the sound where you guys should be able to hear it too if you're watching it live. You guys on TikTok won't be able to see what we see, so screw it. I don't know. I have 0 people on my end. Do you have anybody watching on your end?
Uh-huh.
She has
I mean, it
large
goes up and down, but
following,
people, like I
so-
said, people aren't because I don't go live a lot, so
Gotcha,
people don't.
gotcha,
But
yeah,
people are not
yeah.
ready to see it, me. So you guys on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook should be able to hear this. So if you're on TikTok, go to that so you can see what we
Yeah.
see. You ready? All right.
Here we go.
This is horror short film, The Unlocking.
How long does this compulsion last?
Oh God. That's not what that looked like.
Whole night.
What's his name? The man.
Billy.
Mr. Tutu.
That was pretty
Oh,
cool.
it's a foot.
Is this going someplace where I don't want it to go? This is what's happening.
Mr. Tutu.
Don't lock the door.
I want you guys to know that I've reached out to the creator of this film and told him that we were going to react to this tonight.
Oh God.
Be on your best behavior.
I don't have that. If it involves feet, I'm out.
The Unlocking. Is this an episode of Cops when he's wearing that white beater?
Is it counting?
Does it say OCD tendencies?
If I don't unlock the door 5 times, the world's gonna blow up.
I mean, I do check to see that everything's turned off about 1,000 times.
Nice tidy whities, boy.
Is that a doll? You know I don't like dolls.
You enjoy don't like that.
No.
Show some respect. That's his wife.
Yeah.
And he's just finished.
What is happening?
Don't kink shame him.
I'm not kink shaming. I'm trying to figure out what the kink is, or if it's a kink.
Plungers. That looks like the same house from Barbarian.
Almost, absolutely, it does. They're all gonna laugh at you.
That is the same house from Barbarian. Almost.
It really does look like it. The kitchen's not in the right spot.
Not spot.
but
Yeah. I'm surprised you remember that because you had your eyes closed the whole fucking time.
You know what? I don't need your shit right now.
God, please fix my brain.
You're making me watch
Well, he
this.
said, "God, please fix my brain."
Well, yeah, he obviously is going through a lot of freaking shit.
Exactly, Nixon.
What?
She said, be on your best behavior as Chris doesn't even take his own advice.
Right. Right. Is that the truth? You're the worst.
You know you love it. Spit take.
What the hell?
There was something there. Oh, jeez.
Is he just in his underwear?
Oh, remember those phones? Remember
The hamburger
remember
phone.
the hamburger phone?
Yes. Oh, I had one of those.
Oh God. Hello.
Hi, sweetie.
She said, Daddy.
Oh, this is a creepy daddy thing.
Did you lock the door?
No.
You should have. You should have.
Did she say run?
Oh shit.
There's something right there.
You should have.
He's gonna bite his foot off?
Now you're about to get the ride of your life.
I hope you brought protection.
If you see, you can see it clearer over here on this screen tab.
I see a hand.
'Cause it's darker over there. You can see it clearer what he's doing.
What?
He survived. He cut off his hand. He cut off his hand.
What is happening?
Whatever you.
So he was having hallucinations.
Is this mental illness? Now it's hitting on a little girl.
It's very dark on the screen of it. Maybe on our screen. I gotta turn the brightness up on there. But it's you can see it much better here than there.
I am so confused.
I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Was this about mental illness? Because it seems like it was about mental illness, but yet horror driven.
What were your thoughts on the unlocking, Tabs?
I
I don't know what I watched.
am really confused. And it's really trippy because like you go in going, okay, this is going to be a horror. And then you're like, is this mental illness? Like awareness? Like what's going on?
What about
And
you?
I
What
don't
about you,
know.
Joy? How do you feel about the unlocking?
I don't know what I watched.
See?
I don't either.
I'm confused.
One of the screens that we had up was very, very dark, and you didn't see a lot of images on there. But I hope that that you guys saw it.
We have a recommendation for next week, so
What you got? For a short film for us to react to?
yeah.
What
There's
is
a man in the woods.
A Man in the Woods?
There's a
I
man-
also
there's a man in
want
the
Tabs to react to Finley. That is a comedy.
Okay. Okay.
That is a comedy.
Can I get a break? Jeez.
Finley? Do you guys know about the ventriloquist dummy comedy?
Yeah, but it's a
short film?
doll.
It's a doll.
I don't like.
Oh my! But the scene, you might have seen it on TikTok. There is a scene that is too funny. I'm not gonna say it now because I want her to react to it blind. But it's a show. It's a movie, a short film called Finley. I want her to react to it. But that was our reaction to the unlocking
The unlocking.
that just dropped on
I'm
the
not
altar.
sure what we unlocked other than confusion.
That we just watched on the Altar YouTube channel.
Okay.
I reached out to the creator of that film, and I hope. Excuse me, I'm gassy. I hope that he gives us his blessing. Thank you for reacting to my short film. Hey, you're welcome, buddy.
I would love to find out some backstory to the film.
Did
I'm
that
curious.
that ghost or demon guy wear a condom?
Some producer director commentary.
Yeah, I would love some
going
commentary. I need.
Commentary is something that I miss.
I know,
from
like
back in
that
the
was
day.
the DVD too.
DVD commentary. You know who who crushed commentary back in the day was Kevin Smith. He crushed.
Oh,
commentary.
we can't.
Chris also likes. I didn't watch it. The
Porn?
TV show. The TV show with the alien creatures that were in like a.
Alien Nation.
They were in like a movie theater audience and they're watching a movie and they're just chatting and talking about what they're watching.
Yeah, I can't remember. We can't
Mystery
remember.
Science Theater 3000.
Yes.
That they started it all.
Yes.
They started this whole everything that we react on YouTube, everything that we do now all started with Mystery Science Theater 3000. In a not too distant future, near 70 AD, there lived a guy named Joe, not too different from you or me.
I loved that show. Loved it. We literally just had that conversation.
In Mystery Science Theater 3000. Now keep in mind, Joe can't control how the movie begins or ends. La, 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 because he used those special parts to make his robot friends. Robot roll call.
How did we get back to this?
Tom Serbo. Gypsy. La la la. On Mystery Science Theater 3000. I am now that drunk uncle at Thanksgiving dinner.
Yes, yes, he is. Yes.
Obama is a socialist.
Whatever.
Moving along.
Moving on to the next topic. God, before we move on to the next topic, I had in my show notes that I wanted to announce that we just did a non-spoiler review of Avatar: Way of Water. Me and Joyce saw, thanks to our sponsor and thanks to Disney and Fox Studios. We saw Avatar: Way of Water. We did a non-spoiler review of it on this channel. And we are going to do a spoiler talk of it, hopefully by next week. Are you going to be available next week? Next week is... What day is next week?
It's like almost Christmas.
It's almost Christmas. So if not next week, the week after.
I'm pretty sure I'm available next week. I just have
And
to
we're
look.
and will you see Avatar before that? Because Avatar is coming out tomorrow. If you see it before then and you're ready to do spoiler talk, we're going to do spoiler talks on it tomorrow.
Okay.
We want to give people time to watch the movie before we do spoiler talks. And so, guys, look out for that. And we're going to do our spoiler review of Avatar: Way of Water. Or as Joy called it, Zoe Saldana, what's her name?
Zoe Saldana.
Donna's Mama Bear. Mama Bear moments. She had a lot of that's all we'll say. She had some Mama Bear moments.
She embodied fully F around and find out.
Yeah,
I love it. I
That's
can't
a little
wait.
preview of the non-spoiler review that we did. But we're gonna do a full spoiler talk of Avatar: Way of Water next week. The Avatar: Way of Water spoiler review. So come back next week and watch. And hopefully, if Tabitha has seen the movie by then, we'll get into full details of it. So like was told to us by what's his name from the Schmodown?
Mark Ellis?
By Mark Ellis on Twitter. He told us that prepare to get wet. So I'll say that to Tabitha. If you've never been wet before, prepare yourself.
I'm a lesbian. That's not a problem.
I don't think you've been wet but until James Cameron has gotten you this wet. There's so many. I don't know.
Shall we go back to Wonder Woman and how that's a female director and how that made me wetter than
Patty
Titanic
Jenkins
or Avatar?
Patty Jenkins got you hot, but James Cameron's about to get you
We were
wet.
talking about wet. We weren't talking about anything else.
You have never. I'm telling you, there's never been another director that's not gonna get you as wet as this movie will get you. Now I confirmed that. I was pretty wet. Yeah.
We'll see.
She was like, no, I wouldn't kick Patty Jenkins out of bed. But next week we're gonna do our spoiler review for Avatar: The Way of Water. So let's also stay tuned for that, guys. Next, let's end this show off with the last topic of the week called "Why Is That Trending?" What do we have on the "Why Is That Trending" part?
I can see it on the screen. I don't have it on my paper.
Yeah, I know.
It's too tiny of a piece of paper.
The last topic involves
Yeah.
Twitch. What's his name? Twitch boss.
Twitch, yeah.
The untimely death on Twitch boss, and I got to remember that I'm on TikTok as well. They don't like certain words, so I'll say the unaliving of
Yes.
Twitch boss.
I've met him. I've met him several times.
Oh wow.
I followed him for a long time.
So he was in the competitive dance.
You saw him on So You Think You Can Dance.
Yeah, and so Sage has taken classes from him.
A friend of mine
Yeah,
was tried out for that movie and
Yeah.
met them.
yeah.
A lot of those.
He's he was, and here's the sad part about mental illness. Mental illness is such a undercover thing because the happiest people are the people that typically have it.
Keep seeing that a lot on TikTok. People going, there has to be more. I don't think.
Like they can't
I think
believe
it's fake. Not fake that it
No.
didn't happen, but like
Fake that.
somebody's covering things up, and it's like, but that's the
No.
point we're trying to make. Is
Yeah,
that you don't understand.
yeah. Mental illness is an undercover.
You don't get it.
The thing that people show you on social media is not is only 1% of
Well,
the
I mean,
whole story.
I saw another-
99% of it
He
is
talked
something
about
totally different.
He talked about his
I'm-
own mental wellness and his own mental illness.
I
And
saw another lady post today about her husband, and she was like, guys, she'd been posting about this for quite some time, like way before this even happened, but she was reiterating it. She's like, you've seen my videos that I've posted of my husband on a daily basis. Nothing but jokester, smiles,
Yeah.
playing with the kids. And he unalived himself, and there was nothing. So there were no signs. There was nothing. This was him every day. So when you were seeing this and going, this doesn't make sense. Yeah, exactly. That's what we're saying. You don't, most of us don't see it. She was like, I didn't see it. I didn't know. He never said a word.
yeah.
I didn't know.
I got that a lot with people who didn't know about, my late wife's mental illness, and they just, because she was the life of the room, the life of the party. She was always the happiest person in the area, and constantly telling jokes and constantly trying to make other people happy. That was her goal in life, was to make other people
People said
happy.
about Robin Williams. He's
And
a comedian.
yes, and
His
she
job
was
on a daily
yes.
basis was to make people laugh.
Yes, and
Nobody had any idea that
he was
he
suffering.
wasn't smiling on the
Yes,
inside.
exactly.
We didn't,
The
they
sad,
didn't
it's called
know.
the sad clown. Yeah.
And unless you're living in it with them, and you're seeing the daily struggles and the daily suffering and the hardships that they go through just to exist in a comfort space, you don't really know what they're struggling with. And it's a hard reality that the happiest people typically are the ones that are suffering the most.
Right.
And it is very saddening to see, just a few days ago, they had an anniversary and
Yep. Yep.
posted loving, happy videos.
And
So
they
yes.
were their family life was so displayed and beloved, and I know everyone's feeling that, and I feel horrible for his wife and children. Grief is going to be difficult, and it's going to be hard, and it's going to be confusing, and then just going through grief, and then having children going through grief. That is not a cocktail I would wish upon anybody. It is difficult it's easier when you yourself are removed from the situation to the point where you can help your children. The most things that you teach your children throughout life are, you've already gone through it, you've become an adult, you've sat in it, you understand it. Well, when you're going through grief, you're all experiencing everything at the same time, and you're supposed to be able to be this leader for your children, to be able to be this person to show an example of what they're supposed to do, and that's hard to do when you're going through grief. It's hard to manage. That's hard to present to your own kids who don't know what to do. They have no idea what grief is.
They've got two little ones who
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to explain.
Yep.
And then also a teen,
Who is, very much going to struggle.
Right.
and it's also Christmas.
Yep. Which is going to make their holiday seasons
Yes.
for the rest of
Their lives tainted.
very
yeah.
difficult.
Yeah.
I can say, the one solace that I always found that was comforting to me, because that's the hardest part, is finding comfort for the people that are still around, is that I found comfort in that Mandy was no longer in pain. She was choosing to no longer be in pain. And that was my comfort in what the outcome was. And that was the only thing that I was able to create.
If it's okay for me to ask, if you say she chose, is that what happened?
Yeah. Mandy unalived herself. So it's definitely something that is it's a different sort of grief path.
I mean, and he clearly thought enough to make sure that he wasn't at home.
Yes, and that was my
He
next
left
thing. He left and he went to a hotel,
somewhere else.
and he did do it somewhere else, which is, it's a consideration, and in something that I know a lot of people consider as very selfish. And yes, I understand why they feel it's selfish, because the person who has left the consequences isn't around to deal with the consequences, and I get that. And in those moments, they aren't able to rationalize that or understand that, because they're not in a rational mindset.
I can't fathom that, and I was partially there as well, because I think of of my children, my sons and my daughter and my stepchildren as well, but at the same time, I can't put my life and my history and my struggles and compare it with his as well. And I for a split second I thought of that too. Well, like, dude, you're doing this for you because of your pain, but what are you doing to your children's
Well, the
pain?
thing
Because
is,
I'm thinking
that's
about my children's pain, but at the same time, I don't know what I would do to myself if I had his pain and his struggles and whatnot too. So I thought that same thing for a split second, and then I stopped because I'm not that guy that's like, I can't be what I said when in certain situations. Don't be more offended than the person that's actually going through it.
Well, that's why it's an illness.
Correct.
While for most of us, regardless of what could be happening in our lives, there's nothing that would make us do that. That's why it's an illness, because
everybody in the world
they can't get past in their minds all the good or whatever else. They can't get past that in their minds. And so to them, this feels like this is the only answer.
Yeah.
This is the only way.
And I'm paraphrasing this, but I forgot how the quote goes. But everybody in the world is going through a struggle that you are like unaware of. Everyone that you meet, when you first encounter somebody that whether it's a happy moment or a sad moment or it's a fight or something like whatever it is, every stranger that you meet for the first time, they are all going through something that you are unaware of. That
It's the same. It's the stuff that they just tell everybody in general. You can look on social media and Facebook all you want and see, like, oh, I want to be just like them. They live
that's the stuff that that's the stuff that they chose
and
to
it's
show
like,
you.
yeah, no, that's everybody. That's still a picture. That's still a.
I'm just pissed off that it didn't take long for people to start being like, well is this Ellen's fault?
Conspiracies
Yeah, the conspiracy. Yeah.
already. Like, oh Lord, man, it's only been a few hours.
People lack couth anymore, and in these situations, you need to have couth. And for some reason, people seem to throw that out the door for their own benefit, and that's just such an unfortunate thing.
I think because they have a hard time grasping that this is an illness, and they are also looking at his life and saying, "You have a perfect life."
He didn't have a perfect life. He had a life.
No, exactly. But they're looking at it as a filter and saying, "Oh, there's no reason why he would do this." So
based on the stuff that they chose to show you on social media.
Some, terrible thing that is being hidden instead of saying he had an illness. It was. That's the whole point.
I joked about with the whole DC thing with James Gunn and stuff. I joked about how. With Henry Cavill being fired and all this bad stuff that's happening with on that part of it, I don't know how, but somehow this is all Ezra's fault. That was a joke that I made. Obviously, it's not, but that. So for this serious situation where Twitch decided to to unalive himself, and then people go, I don't know how, but somehow this is Ellen's fault. Like that. Like, come on, you guys got to stop doing that. It's bad enough. I know people that are fans of his want to rationalize this and find meaning behind things, but demonizing people. We need to stop as a society. Stop trying to find ways to demonize people. She's rich and she's famous, so it's okay to demonize Ellen. No, it's not. She's still a human being. We need to stop doing that. We gotta stop. I don't like the fact that the person on that thing that show that I didn't really care about, but the one thing that I did like about it was him, and now he's gone. So I gotta find a way to blame Ellen. When Ellen started to get the bad press and the things that Ellen has a lot of things on her plate for the things that she's actually guilty of. And we've all seen that happen in real life, in real time, and on social media. But that doesn't mean that we need to now then demonize her and pin this on her as well. These are two separate things. he was going through something that we don't know 100% about. We might not ever know about. Maybe it'll be revealed later. But whatever his struggles were, is that, and the drama that was going on behind the scenes of the show that he did with Ellen is a separate thing. Stop trying to fuse those things together and demonize.
Here's the real truth to everything. The real truth, basic, simple, unapologetic, and raw. It is no one's fault for what happened to him other than himself. He chose it. And as much pain as he was in, that's what he chose to do. And
to end that pain.
And as sucky as that may seem, and as realistic and as blunt as that may seem, that's the truth. It's no one's. It's not his wife's fault. It's not his kid's fault. It's not the stress of life's fault. It's not his work's fault.
Exactly.
None of those things are at fault. The only person who chose this path was him.
Right.
He is the only one to blame. And his struggles were his. And he had every reason and valid reason to have his feelings and to feel what he felt. He chose this. It's a sad truth.
Everyone he knows, from wife, friend, brothers, cousins, aunts, uncles, mamas, will somehow try to find I shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yep. Or blame someone else.
And I
blame
just
themselves
wish
to prevent these things. I've had uncles.
I wish them all some peace.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've had uncles who did the same thing. I said on this channel before, on a certain situation, there was an uncle of mine who unalived himself because this was a man who, when I was a little boy, he helped raise me. He's one of my favorite uncles, and he got high with his girlfriend. And in that moment, I forgot what drug it was. Maybe I think it was meth, but or cocaine. And when they did that, he had a bad reaction to it, and he killed his girlfriend who was with him doing the same thing at the same time with him. And when he was arrested for it and released, and they were investigating whether or not it was what happened, because his story was that people came in and they did it. But when the police investigated it and the evidence came out, nobody was there. You were the only one that was there. And when it came out that he actually was the one who did it, he decided to unalive himself. This is my favorite uncle, one of my favorite uncles. And before he did it, he called my grandmother and he told her, because before he did what he was about to do to himself, he wanted somebody, and that was my grandmother, to believe the story that he had to come up with, that it was a third party that did it. But all the evidence pointed out that it was actually him, that he had a bad reaction to the drugs they were doing, and he unalived his girlfriend. And when he realized what he did, he took his own life. But he had to tell my grandmother, he had to make sure that he unalived himself telling my grandmother that he was 100% innocent. And when my grandmother shared that with me, I listened to my grandmother and I let her tell her, but I knew that wasn't how it actually happened, because that's not what the evidence said it. So when people do those things, I'm going to end the TikTok live thing now. When people do that, there's a bunch of reasons why people do that. I might not be able to see that now. I might not be able to see it for myself. I wouldn't do that to myself, but who knows what I would do in a certain situation. And it's just to me, it's just sad that it gets to that point. But I can't say that. What am I trying to say? I can't say that I blame people for we're the ones who are around after when we're sitting around feeling like how can they do this? But then we put ourselves into their shoes, going if we were in their shoes, what would we do? So I'm not gonna blame him for doing what he did, my uncle for doing what he did, or for your ex-wife for doing what they did. But back in the day, I used to be like, I used to say that to myself, like that was selfish. But now that as I'm older and I can see it, I'm like, I don't say that anymore, because I don't know what I would do.
The act itself, being selfish, is not necessarily a negative thing. It's just a definition of an act.
Mm-hmm.
It's not negative nor positive. It's just an act. Mm-hmm. Doing it is absolutely selfish in the moment. It absolutely is. It's a selfish act. Mm-hmm. There's nothing against that. That doesn't make it like absolutely negative. What it tells you is in that moment that there was nothing else that this person could think of. There was nothing else that this person could fathom being.
No other solution that they could
another solution. It's just the way their brain makeup was in that moment. And that's what that illness is. And it's not even a matter of trying to necessarily understand where they are. It's just having compassion and empathy for the people that are in those positions, and understanding that compassion
100%.
And understanding how to accept and create safe places where people can go, okay, I feel this way. I'm needing help with feeling this way.
Yeah.
And mental illness being an actual thing that people need to deal with on a regular basis. Making it more accessible and therapy more accessible and affordable to everyone, because that's the biggest freaking part about mental illness right now. Just going through it with my late wife, who was bipolar, PTSD, OCD, ADHD, and all diagnosed, and being able to afford the doctors and the treatments and the appropriate therapies, and just it's not accessible.
It's not, and
it's the worst.
Also believing people when they say I'm even if they're saying not necessarily saying I want to unalive myself, but just saying I'm not okay.
Yeah.
People are very quick to be like, oh, you're fine. There's nothing wrong with you.
But that doesn't, and it's,
And
everything could be fine.
Right.
It could be a chemical
We
imbalance.
need to be able to accept when someone says, I need a break, or I need a day, or whatever they need because I'm not okay. That's okay to not be okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to say that.
I absolutely 100% agree. It's so frustrating to have these situations where people are like, I don't want to say that I'm not having a good day or that I'm thinking this, because then somebody's going to judge me or think that I need extreme help, when in fact maybe they need just someone to listen. Maybe they just need someone to understand that, yes, my feelings are valid, that yes, I am empathetic to what you're going through, or yes, that absolutely just sucks. It just sucks. Just saying it sucks sometimes. Instead of giving a solution. Sometimes people don't even want a solution. They just want to hear that it sucks and what they're going through sucks. And going, hey, if you need help, here's, somebody, a professional that's accessible and available. And if more people had that information, and more people had friends or people that they could go to that had that information, and it became such a normal thing, then we wouldn't have all these issues. But it's just so taboo that talking about it is hard. And I hate that just talking about it is hard. So yeah.
Well, guys, let us know what you guys think about the news that Twitch boss is no longer with us. And if you have any stories you want to share about it, with his life and what he meant to you on social media, because I didn't know that you that you had that experience with him. So that's awesome. I'm glad that you shared that with us here on the rundown. So guys, let us know what you guys think about that topic, and let's talk about it on the upcoming We Got Your Mail. And speaking about We Got Your Mail, let's catch up with what you guys are saying on social media. I'm saying on the comment section. I want to try to make myself sound more important than I am. Let's see what you guys are saying on social media. No, let's see what you guys are saying right here on the live.
Yeah, I think I kept up with the.
I think we did
Sounds
pretty
pretty
good.
well.
Yeah.
for We Got Your Mail. What has been going on the We Got Your Mail portion of the show? Let's see if I can.
I was
pull-
pretty much in the comments.
What is going on? I had the comment section up next to us on, but now it's gone. What happened?
Well, I kept up with it.
We talked about everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we.
go back and read what some of the things that you.
Well, I discussed Kim talking about Henry Cavill's feet and Milk Daddy, Nixon wanting to send you therapy bills for traumatizing her, wanting to put Henry Cavill in the hot D.
Yeah. Nixon also McMahon regarding the
Y2 Germs had lots of info for us on WWE stuff.
Yeah, but regarding the WWE, so I think this Nixon was like McMahon warned entertainment if they were on platforms such as Twitch and Cameo without cooperation of the WWE, they would be serious consequences. But McMahon is no longer with the company, so.
Yeah, but I'm sure a lot of that stuff's in their contract, that everything has to be explicitly okayed.
Blah, 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 blah. What else? What else did we miss before we wrap the show up? Let's see. Nice. Y2 Germs says, nice. That was pretty good. Y'all should check out.
I told you that. The
You
man
already
in
did
the
that.
man
Oh,
in
you
the
already did.
woods.
Nixon, the movie, The Sweetest Thing. The
That's
funniest
Commentary.
commentary I've ever.
That's a great movie.
I know,
love
right?
that freaking movie.
Let's see, and last Y2 Germ that reminds me of the Green Ranger, as that wasn't even full month ago. This is just terrible. Yeah. Yep. Guys, that'll do it for this episode of the Rundown, guys. Thank you guys. If you wanted to send your comments, whether you're doing it live, if you're watching this after our live show, go into the comment section and let us know your thoughts on the topics that we talked about. Share your questions, comments, and concerns, your theories and things like that we want to share with us for us to discuss. We appreciate you for that. Let me sign off myself. If you want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me at Chris W. Fagan on all the social medias, or at T3 Medias. I monitor that as well. I want to thank my wife, Joy. If people want to reach out to you, where can they find you online?
I am on Instagram, Scrub Hats and More by Joy, and TikTok, Just Joy.
And Tabitha, if you want to continue to give me grief every day, where can people find you online to bask and share in that?
You can find me on Instagram at tabitha.jordan.18. And then you can find me on TikTok at Let's Have Fun 012.
Let's Have Fun 012. Guys, I appreciate you guys for watching this latest episode of The Rundown, which was brought to you in front of a live studio audience, in front of our producer, Kim. Kim, you have anything to say before we leave? I don't. That counts. Show me the money. Which pisses off Tabitha.
So much.
Tabitha said, do not send any more super chats.
I did.
And Kim was like, $5, $20. Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
Well, we appreciate you. That. So, yeah, this episode of The Rundown was brought to you by producer Kim. So I appreciate you for doing that. So, guys, let's check us out next week on The Rundown when we're going to do our spoiler talk of Avatar. Hopefully, you will see it by then. And then we can talk more about that. So, until next time, guys, have a happy, quiet on the set.
Guys, that's the end of this episode of The Rundown. Remember to like this video, become a subscriber, and share. This really does help us out. And click here or here. Thanks for watching.